Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. I might be an unfamiliar voice on this channel. My name is Rob with the Robcast. I just want to thank Steve for the opportunity to come on his channel and get in front of such a large audience. Known Steve for quite a while. I've been a reseller for 7 years. Feels like I've been watching Steve's videos since he was way back at 4,000 subscribers on his channel. I've gotten a lot of good information from him, all his clothing books, shoe books, different groups he's been in. He's been a big part of my success, and I appreciate the opportunity to come on his channel and give my 2 cents to try help someone else out. Today I wanted to focus on Keepa, the graph you're looking at on the screen. This is probably the most instrumental tool that I use as a reseller. So I wanted to just dive into it, give you guys a quick idea about how I use it and how you can use it for yourself to help grow your business and make better buying decisions. So as we look at the graph here, you'll notice the most prominent thing and what you're going to see on most items is this orange area with these orange bars. That is Amazon's in stock and their price on the top line bar. The next one is the blue line going across. That's the third-party sellers, the new and then also used. And then it doesn't come on by default, but the thing you want to click on is sales rank. And if you see those jumps way up, way down, way up, way down, that gives you a good idea of the historical nature of the product versus when you're out in the field and you just scan something and you see that one-time sales rank, it's not really giving you a full picture of what's going on. So let's take this for example. This is a book about pocket watches. Amazon is pretty much always in stock with this, so it's not a great purchase. But the reason I wanted to pull it out is for the graph, this exact reason. As you can see, let's go over books. Books, sales rank top 1%, you want to be about 100,000. You get up in the top 5%, you could be about 500,000. And if you're really risk averse or risk tolerant rather, you can go way up above 1 million. So let's just focus on this one. Let's say at this given time, if you look right here in the middle of the screen, you'll see a sales rank of 623,000. So you might say to yourself, that's a pretty good book, but not that great. But if you slightly move it, it's going up to 7, it's climbing, and now it's down to 166,000. So that is the huge jump and the reason why Keepa is so great to be using. And you can use it on your phone, or if you're doing more online arbitrage, you're using it at your house. But you can see that the rank can change and make a completely different buying decision just by using this graph. All right, I want to jump onto another graph here to give you guys another example. This here is what are we looking at here? We are looking at a Fundamentals of Nursing textbook. Again, this is something Amazon has been in stock. We'll go way back. Always in stock, never out of stock. Not good buying, but I just want to show you some of these things. See these purple X's here, warehouse deals that Amazon's throwing in. So if you are finding this book used and you want to try capitalize on some of the space, the warehouse deals is just a mark you want to be aware at. That's kind of gives you an idea of the price, where it's at, what they're doing, and what Amazon's listing for. If you come down and you hit statistics, that's going to give you another good idea of what's going on by month in each of the categories. You can see highest. I can't move my mouse, so you just had to bear with me here. The highest Amazon had it for was 139 back in March 27th, 2016. It averages about $103, and it's currently 132. So you can really get a good idea over time what the market is demanding of a certain price or of a certain item rather. So you can make that decision. The next one I want to get into. Let me get this sales rank off of here. This is another book. It is a chemistry book. And the reason I wanted to show you guys this one is because with the sales rank, and the reason I had it up, let's say you're looking at this book in May, the end of the school year. This is a chemistry book from 2012. We can see that Amazon does run out of it from time to time. The sales rank jumps up pretty high. So if I was in May and I was looking at this book just out scanning in the field, I might say to myself, oh, there's not a great sales rank. But you have to take into account that when you get closer to the school year, let's see this sales rank go way down. And that's when the demand goes up. So the price gets a little bit better You can see new 106, used 73, as opposed to back down here, used $18, $18, $18. People are just trying to push them out because it's the end of the year and they maybe not want to carry them. So that just shows you the power of looking back historically on the data to see where the item is moving and where the demand is. So the trend lines are pretty important in this product. It is a free product, by the way. If I did not mention that already, it is an extension to put on your web browser. You just log in, set up an account, totally free, and it'll help you manage the price charts. You can also set price reminders, which I will get to in a minute. I just want to click on the next one, jump into a slightly different category. I just had to throw this in. This is PieFace. Everybody knows PieFace, but it does just give you a quick example of, let's jump into the year. You can see when Amazon had it in stock, about $12 at that price, still a phenomenal sales rank for games in the hundreds, lower the hundreds. This is where you see the difference and why these graphs make sense with each other. Amazon runs out in these white areas, and you can see the new price jumping way up as a third-party seller is trying to capitalize on that. And then you can see the demand go way up. It's still a great sales rank, don't get me wrong, but it's not moving at the rate it was when Amazon had it. Now, going historically into, or looking into the future rather, this is where you could start making educated guesses as to Amazon's ability or desire to stock this product again. So you can make decisions on how deep you want to go on a product line. So you can see here, we are within a year. I'm going to click it back out. You can see Amazon runs out at certain points, but they're refilling. When we get back up into this year, you can see this long gap. So you could make a buying decision that if you are not restricted in this for this Hasbro game, you could make a decision if you found a bunch that you wanted to sell at a very good price, maybe a clearance or something like that. You could be probably pretty fairly safe that Amazon's not diving back into this product anytime soon. And that is when you're out in the field and you see 20 of one item and the ROI is going to be 40%. Are you making the decision to clear the shelf, or are you just buying a few? Then that's where you start to learn what your risk tolerance is and make better decisions, so you don't end up having to fire sale half of your inventory in January because you ran too deep and Amazon jumped back in and destroyed all your profit margin there. This is a good one, an example of something. It was a Best Buy video game sale. Online, sitting on my couch, saw it, went onto Amazon, dropped this up, noticed that they have not had this product since January outside of this little blip here, selling for $29 when they were pushing it out. I don't know why they came back in at $44. It's kind of an odd thing for Amazon to do. But I just made the decision here that they're not coming back in here anytime soon. So I snapped up as many as Best Buy would let me and got them into Amazon as quick as possible. And I've been selling them for about $40, picked them up for $15 each, making a pretty tidy profit for some online arbitrage there. But that's a great example. And you can see here, let's go to sales rank. Obviously, the sales rank is low. Amazon has it. Amazon leaves the listing. Sales rank goes up, but still plenty of white meat to be made on the product. Outside of that, outside of being a reseller and using this product, it is a great way to save money as well. So if, let's just say you are just shopping on Amazon, you see an item you want. This, for example, was a faucet that I was waiting for. I did not want to pay $256. I set my threshold at $200. It wasn't something I needed right away. So once it hit $200, it actually hit $166 on August 23rd of this year. I got an email, clicked the link, bought it. The next day, it's back up at $238. So an instant savings of around $70, not doing the math that quickly, but around $70. And you can see, again, on that deal day, the sales rank went from in the thousands to 4, and then climbed up slowly as it came back. And then the price is the same. It's great to see if you see an Amazon deal, so to speak. It's a great way to open up this historical chart. Click back, let's go back a full year, and see that Amazon's deal, it used to sell at $194. When Amazon came back in, all of a sudden the price just jumps up to $233. So right here, where this is $219 Amazon and it looks like a deal on May 9th, it's really not that good of a deal because it was selling for $194 at some point. So it's a great way to know real deals. It's like Kohl's and their fake prices. They just inflate prices so they can do those deals and make you feel like you're getting a real bargain. So guys, this tool, I can't say enough how much it's helped me make better decisions. Reselling is one of those things, you don't know what you don't know. And when you're out in the field, having the most information at your fingertips helps you make the best decisions. Again, guys, this is Rob with the Robcast. I am just relaunching my YouTube channel. I plan on doing plenty of helpful videos. If you guys want to hop over there, comment on some videos, tell me some things you'd like to see. I'm happy to help. I've been a reseller for 7 years. Like I said, I started out as a bookseller, scanning books, shipping those in. I jumped over to clothing, did some used clothing. I've done shoes. I do new and used. Targets, Best Buys, Walmart's, Home Depot, Walgreens, CVS, anything you name it. I've come across it in some way over the years. I got a good amount of knowledge. I'd love to help out. And again, thank you, Steve, for letting me hop on your channel. I appreciate it. Guys, have a good day and good luck selling.